going on, guys? One more here, guys, a brand new song reaction. And today we're going to be reacting to On My Mind by Alex Warren and ROSÉ. I am so hyped for this song, one of my favorite artists. I didn't know a whole lot about ROSÉ until APT or Apata, however you want to pronounce it, came out earlier with Bruno Mars. And obviously Bruno is one of my most favorite artists. I think it's one of everyone's most favorite artists, but particularly me. Been a big fan for years. And that song kind of put her on my radar in the music industry, and I kind of took a deep dive into some of her music, and it's fantastic. I mean, her voice is amazing. You know, remember Blackpink. And you guys know here on the channel, I'm a huge fan of Alex Warren. I've covered a couple of his songs, reacted to several of his songs, plan to keep covering more and more. And he has a new album coming out very soon, just next month, called You'll Be Alright Kid. And I'm super stoked for this album. Obviously, there's a lot of music on this. He kind of released part 1 last year, and now we're getting like the full project, and he's killing it. I mean, Ordinary is just astronomical right now in the chart, so you know, super excited for him. I'm glad that I found him before the world really took him by storm, because even though I got in like not too long before, you know, Ordinary, you know, it was about early to mid last year, I was like, alright, cool. I feel like I was still part of the group that was there before the big jump, you know. And so I'm super excited about this song. I've heard a little bit of it. Obviously that they tease on TikTok, and it just sounds so good. Their harmonies just blend really well. So I'm super excited to jump into this song. But before we jump into this song, guys, my new single, Mellow, is out now wherever you listen to your music. It is the 3rd single from my upcoming album, Live Again, dropping later this summer. And this is one of my most favorite songs I've ever written. It's one of the first songs I wrote for this album last summer. And it's just a song about, you know, focusing on yourself, loving yourself, and making the best out of any day in any situation, and just, you know, cruising along with life. So please go check that out after watching this video or listen to your music. And if you enjoy that song, make sure to follow me on your preferred music streaming platform so you are ready when the album drops later this summer. But without further ado, let's jump into On My Mind by Alex Warren and ROSÉ.
Hidden underneath the floor, in the attic of my dreams, there's somebody by your door. I could smile.
Alex's deep vocals are just insane because they're so clear and concise.
Say I never think about you at all, most of the time. Baby, the way the clouds are painted, a perfect shade of yellow all across the sky. All across the sky, baby, it's the way the times are changing, and I'm stuck in the middle, frozen in a fire. Baby, you're on my mind.
That song was just beautiful. I mean, it's just one of the songs that just feels like it's just infused with warmth, and that's what I love when you have these songs that just make you feel good when listening to them. And this was just, it was an unexpected collaboration, but I love it. The vocals really work really well. Like I said, Alex's deep vocals really cut through the music, which in a really good way. They never sound real muddy or anything. They're very clear and concise. And here is vocal growth just over the last year. But I mean, over, like, you listen to the span of all this music, you hear it. But like just in the last year, I think might have to do a little bit. That's not me being a Jonas fan, just as a casual music person. Him becoming good friends with Joe Jonas, I think it's helped in some vocal aspects, especially if you hear him live. Some of the live runs he started doing, I was like, you weren't doing this before you met Joe. Now, I think he probably had tried it, but I think, you know, working with Joe gave him that confidence to really try it on stage in front of people. The one thing I love about his songs, whether it's Burning Down or Troubled Waters or Ordinary or Carry You Home, it has this very, and it's not repetitive with this sense, but it is kind of his shtick, but it works really well, and he makes it different every song, where it starts really grounded and then it gets very grandiose in scale, but he's able at different parts of the song to reel it back in and make it feel grounded. It's not one of those that once it gets big, it stays big. He's really good at reeling it back in, and it's not something that he does. You know, a lot of artists do it. Every artist does it at some point in time. I've done it. Artist A, artist B, artist C, everyone's done it. But for that to be kind of a shtick and not to get repetitive and feel fresh with every song that he does it with, I think is just really awesome. And it plays well live when you have a lot of songs that do that, because it helps you engage with the audience better before we get into that big chorus, or you get the big bridge and then kind of that mellow, shout out mellow, calm before the storm with like the first half of the final chorus. It really lends itself well to that, and he's able to play with it and manipulate it really well in the music and live, which I'm hoping to see him live later this summer, which is going to be really cool. It'll be my first time seeing him in concert. But I really love this song. Like I said, Rosé's become one of my favorite artists in the industry right now. Her voice is, I mean, amazing, and it really worked well in this song with the kind of country folk tone to it, and it really worked really well. I remember the first time I heard her voice, I was like, this is amazing. And it was APT, and I just, like I said, I took a deep dive into some of her music, and I mean, her voice and her music are just insane. So I really love this song. It's one of my favorite collaborations I've heard in a while. Two of my favorite artists coming together to make a song. And yeah, I'm excited for Alex Warren's album. We'll be reacting to the album in full on the Patreon, so make sure you go join so you're ready for that. And thank you all for watching this video. Let me know what you thought about the song down below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed. Make sure that bell button down below so you're notified every single time I upload a brand new video to the channel. Make sure to go check out my new single, Mellow, the third single from my upcoming album, Live Again, dropping later this summer, wherever you listen to your music. Make sure to go check out the Patreon, link down in the description. Helps support the channel, and we do full uncut album reactions, a lot of behind the scenes content, and a lot of access to early music as well as unreleased music there on the Patreon. But thank you all for watching. My name is Morris, and I'm out.
Just mellow, living life at my tempo. I just be riding with the flow, the only way that I know. I'm just mellow.